very good afternoon to all my dear children. I'm very happy to welcome you all into the science class. In today's science subject, we are going to learn a new chapter. And you all know that so far we have completed 4 lessons after quarterly examinations, right? So till 6th lesson we have completed for quarterly examination. From 7th onwards till 10th lesson we have completed, and today we are going to move on to the 11th lesson. Shall we all? So I want each and every one to take your science book, okay, and turn to the page number 60. So the 11th lesson is looking after our resources. Looking after our resources. So in the previous lesson itself, we saw what is meant by resources. So resources in the sense it can be any material or any natural things that we are using it, right? Now, looking after our resources means how we are taking care of our resources and how we are using it. Are we wasting our resources? So everything we are going to see in this lesson. Shall we all? So everyone take page number 60. We must look after our resources if we want them to last. If we are not careful, we may destroy or use up what nature has given us and have nothing left for the future. Yes, of course. See, definitely here they are giving to us order. We must look after our resources. See, if we are very careless, what happens? Definitely we will lose our resources. Our resources may destroy and we don't have anything, nothing left in this world, okay? First thing is fuels. In Tamil, eripurul, right? Fuels. We burn up huge amounts of fuels every day to drive vehicles, run factories and make electricity. The problem is that nature took millions of years to form these fuels. So if we use them up very fast, we may run out of them in a couple of 100 years. What should we do then? See, each and every day and each and every second we are using huge amounts of fuels to drive vehicles, to run factories, to make electricity and etc. See, the problem, the basic problem, the great problem is we are getting all those fuels very easily, and we are using it and we are wasting it also very easily. But nature took millions and millions of years to form these fuels, you know. See, if we use up them very fast, what happened? Definitely in a couple of 100 years we don't have fuels to use for the future. So what we have to do next? See, first thing is we have to stop wasting. One thing we can all do is to stop wasting. For example, we could turn off lights and fans when we do not need them. We could also turn off the gas burner when not needed and turn off the engines of vehicles at red lights. We could make use of sunlight to work during the day and walk or cycle when possible. See, first thing what we have to do, we have to stop wasting. See, for example, in our home, we people used to, during the daytime also we used to switch on light, right? So what happens? We are wasting all those power, all those energy. See, whenever we need, we can turn on light, fan. Simply we should not. And then see, even gas burner also. See, we will just turn it on the burner and we will just go and we'll do our work, and it is not good. Then Even during we are waiting for the we are waiting for the signal for the green light. During the red light we have to stop the engine. So these are the some tips that we have to save these energies. Okay, and we can use sunlight. We can walk if we want to go to any shop nearby. Okay, next, use other resources. First is stop wasting. Next, we can use other resources instead of this. See, sunlight, wind and water are some natural resources that will not get over. Of course, sunlight, wind and water and all, these are the natural resources we used to get. Okay, it will not get over. We are getting it naturally. Besides, they do not cause pollution, and the sunlight, wind and water also will not cause pollution. We can use these resources instead of fuels. So instead of fuels, we can use sunlight, wind and water. The energy of moving wind and flowing water can be used to make electricity. Yes, of course, moving wind and flowing water. From these both we are getting electricity. Solar cells can be used to make electricity. Solar cells also. Solar cookers are there, and solar heaters can be used for cooking and heating. Instead of fuels, we can use these types: solar cooker, solar heater, okay, solar cells for electricity. So here you can see this picture which they have given in page number 60. Water stored behind a dam is made to flow down to produce electricity. You can see behind the dam here water has been stored for the electricity, to produce electricity. Okay, so shall we all turn to the page to 61? Yes. So first we saw stop wasting, second use other resources, and the third here they have given the second subtopic is forest. So forests maintain the environmental balance in many ways. As we saw many things about forest in the previous lesson. Forest is the basic thing we are getting everything. Food, shelter, everything. Honey, timber, medicines, everything we are getting from the forest only. And forest also maintain environmental balance. Okay. So we must be careful not to destroy them. Yes, of course we have to be very careful. We should not destroy the forest. For every tree we cut down, we must plant a new one. But even that is not enough, because trees take a long time to grow. Besides, it is not possible to really replace a forest with all its interlinked organisms. What else can we do? See here, for every tree that we are cutting down, we have to plant a new one. But even though we plant a new one, it takes long time to grow as a big tree. It is not equal to the tree. The plant will not be equal to the tree. So what we have to do? Okay, first thing is here they have given recycling. திரும்ப யூஸ் பண்றது. A lot of trees are cut down to make paper. We can easily reduce the need for fresh supplies of trees by recycling old paper. See, do you all know how we are getting papers? We are getting papers from the trees only. See, lots and lots of trees are cutting down for the purpose of papers. So what we can do to stop this? We can use the old papers. Okay, recycling. Recycling means using the material of old things to make new things. So you can underline this statement. Recycling means using the old thing, old materials to make new one. Okay, next, used paper, for example, is made into pulp in paper factories, and new paper is made out of the pulp. Many other things like metals, glass and some plastics can also be recycled. Recycling saves resources, of course. See how they are making the papers. For example, the old papers will be made into a pulp. They will grind all those papers, they will make into a pulp in paper factories, and they will make out a new papers through that old pulp. And maybe not only the papers, even glass also recycling like that, and some plastics, metals also. Okay, so what is the use of recycling? Underline this. Recycling, it saves resources. We can use it for the future. We don't want to waste it. Okay, next you can see here, scrap dealers, kabadi wallas collect old things for recycling. Okay, next wildlife. The hunting of wild animals for their skin, fur, tusks, horns, and so on is one of the greatest threats to wildlife. Of course, we should not hunt animals. See, for the many purpose, some people are illegally hunting the animals, wild animals, for their skin, for their fur, tusk, horn, and so on. So it is the greatest, of course, greatest threat. They are scaring the wildlife. The destruction of forest and the pollution of rivers and seas are some other threats. Of course, if we destroy forest, if we polluted the rivers, lakes, and oceans, what will happen? All these are the things that we are threatening the wildlife. Okay, India and many other countries have banned the hunting of wild animals. See, India, not only India, many other countries also have banned, thadai pannitanga, to hunt animals, wild animals. Anyone caught hunting can be punished, definitely. Those who are caught because of hunting animals, they will be definitely punished. Another thing that many countries have done is to set up wildlife parks and sanctuaries where animals are protected. See, another thing that many countries have done is they have set up wildlife parks and sanctuaries. Paravaigal Saranalayam, Vilangugal Saranalayam. Okay, and you have heard this, where animals are protected in sanctuaries and wildlife parks. So you can see this picture in page number 61. We have set up many sanctuaries and parks where wildlife is protected. Sanctuaries and wildlife. Here, wild animals can be protected. So my dear children, I want everyone to go through page number 60 and 61. Each and every line you must go through. Okay? Please don't waste time and learn at home. Thank you, children.